Cinematic photography is a visual art form that draws inspiration from the techniques and aesthetics of filmmaking. It's characterized by intentional lighting, dynamic composition, and thoughtful color grading, all aimed at creating a mood or evoking emotion. Unlike standard photography, cinematic photography prioritizes storytelling through visual elements, even in the absence of motion or sound. To create cinematic images, several foundational elements need to be mastered, starting with lighting. In cinematography, light is not merely functional, it is a tool to shape the mood and direct the viewer's focus. Techniques like backlighting, side lighting, and chiaroscuro, a high-contrast interplay of light and shadow, can add depth and drama to your images. Natural light, particularly during the golden hour or blue hour, offers a soft and cinematic quality that enhances textures and colors. For controlled environments, artificial lighting setups using softboxes, LED panels, or even practical lights like lamps or neon signs can create intentional and impactful effects. Composition is another critical aspect. Cinematic images often follow compositional techniques used in films, such as the rule of thirds, leading lines, and symmetry. Framing can also play a significant role in how the subject is perceived. Techniques like shooting through objects, windows, curtains, or foliage, or using wide-angle lenses for environmental context, help immerse the viewer in the scene. The placement of your subject within the frame and the use of negative space are equally important for creating tension or balance in your images. Another essential factor is the choice of lens and camera settings. Wide apertures, e.g. f1.8 or f2.8, allow for a shallow depth of field, which isolates the subject and creates a pleasing background blur, commonly referred to as bokeh. This is a hallmark of cinematic photography. A slightly wider aspect ratio, such as 16:9 or 2.39:1, can also give your photos a more cinematic feel, as these dimensions mimic the format used in many films. Color grading further distinguishes cinematic photography from traditional styles. Colors are carefully manipulated to evoke specific emotions and enhance the scene's mood. A common approach is the use of complementary colors like teal and orange, which create contrast while maintaining harmony. Muted or desaturated tones can also give your images a timeless and moody look. Tools like Adobe Lightroom, Photoshop, or Capture One allow for precise adjustments to hue, saturation, and luminance, enabling you to achieve the desired cinematic color palette. Post-processing is often where the cinematic effect is fully realized. This involves not only color grading, but also refining details like contrast, sharpness, and exposure. Techniques such as dodging and burning, lightening or darkening specific areas of the image can help guide the viewer's eye and add depth. Film grain overlays and slight vignettes are subtle touches that can further enhance the cinematic aesthetic. Finally, the environment and wardrobe play a role in achieving a cinematic look. The setting should complement the mood and story you aim to convey. Urban environments, rural landscapes, or minimal studio setups can all work, provided they align with the overall tone of the image. Similarly, the subject's clothing and props should match the visual style and color scheme, ensuring cohesion across all elements of the photograph. By combining these techniques, lighting, composition, depth of field, color grading, and post-processing, you can create cinematic photographs that stand out. Success in this style doesn't rely solely on expensive equipment, but rather on your ability to apply these principles with intention and creativity. With practice and attention to detail, you can develop the skills needed to consistently produce impactful and visually striking images.